Here's the story of a lovely lady who was bringing up three very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold, like their mother, the youngest one in girls.
It's the story of a man named Brady who was busy with three boys of his own. They were four men living all together, yet they were all alone. Till the one day when the lady met this fellow, and they knew that it was much more than a hunch, that this group must somehow form a family. That's the way we all became the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. That's the way we became the Brady Bunch.
Mike, I'm sorry.
Do you mind if I come in?
I don't know what's wrong with me.
Well, you're still in a funk. You haven't said 5 words since we left Cindy off at college.
Well, I did too. I said 6 words. Cindy's not our little baby anymore. Oh, Mike, it's just so hard to accept. Cindy in college?
I know, honey, but you've got to face that. Cindy is 18 years old. She's all grown up. All 6 of the kids are.
Yeah. No more lunches to make, no carpools, no music lessons, no ballet classes. Oh, no Little League, no Cub Scouts, no Brownies, no Girl Scouts, no Boy Scouts. I'm an unemployed mother.
Well, you got to look on the bright side of it. Now we've got some time to ourselves here. What about that cruise we've always been threatening to take? Let's take it. We can start enjoying a brand new life.
You're right.
Sure I am.
We can go away weekends whenever we like. No more. Mom, can you help me with my algebra? Or can I get a lift to the bowling alley? Oh, Mike, it'll be wonderful.
Our lives will be ours.
It'll be great.
Terrific.
Oh, Mike.
What? Oh.
Hi, Philip.
Hi, Jan. Hi, Bonnie.
Listen, I better get my jacket or we'll never get to the concert.
Oh,
Is it cold out?
no.
Okay. All set.
What's so funny?
You look like you're proposing.
Funny you should mention that.
You mean you really are proposing? You're really proposing? You to me?
You're the only girl in the room. Well?
Can I think about it?
Oh, sure. How long do you need?
About 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Yes. Yes.
want me to get it?
No, I'll get it. Okay.
Oh, come on. You're not that old.
Oh, it's Jan and Philip. Come on in, kids.
Hi, Dad. Sorry to drop over without calling.
Oh, don't be silly. We weren't doing anything important.
You don't consider reruns of Gilligan's Island important?
My. Well, what's up?
Go ahead.
Mr. Brady,
Philip, we've known each other for, what, 2 years? How many times have I asked you to call me Mike?
I'm a little old-fashioned, Mr. Brady. I still call teachers Mr. and Miss, and I've been a teacher myself for 3 years.
Are you uncomfortable calling me Mike? What?
Well, yes, I am. But how about Dad?
Dad?
I think I'd better sit down.
In accordance with tradition, I'm supposed to ask the father for his daughter's hand.
And you're asking, huh?
Yes, sir, I'm asking.
Well,
Dad, it's not like Philip's the 8th guy I've brought in here this week.
Jan.
now, honey, could we talk about this for just a minute?
Oh, sure. I think I'll find another room.
Thank you, Philip.
Philip, there's coffee in the kitchen.
Oh,
I don't understand this. I thought you'd be thrilled. I thought you liked Philip.
We do. We love Philip. You know that.
Oh, well, then what's the problem? I'm on my own. Philip and I have known each other for a long time. You like him. I love him.
Honey, it isn't that. It's just that, well, Marcia,
Marcia? What's Marcia got to do with me, with my wedding?
nothing, but it's...
Jan, sweetheart, this is all happening so fast. You have to understand.
You want me to get married after Marcia, just because she's the oldest? I can't believe it.
Well, now, we didn't say that, Jan.
That's always how it was with me and Marcia. Doesn't anything ever change?
Well, all I hear all day long at school is how great Marcia is at this or how wonderful Marcia did that. Marcia, Marcia, Marcia.
Now, sweetheart.
All those awards staring me in the face was just too much. I'm tired of being in Marcia's shadow all the time.
Now, Jan, you're not in anybody's shadow. Well, Marcia's 3 years older than you.
I love Philip, and I want to marry him. Marcia's my sister, and I love her too, but it's not my fault if she didn't get married first.
Honey, that isn't what we meant to say. You caught us off guard. Sure, you have our permission.
And our blessings.
Yes, and our blessings.
Thank you.
Congratulations, sweetheart.
Can we talk about the wedding arrangements later?
Sure.
Sure.
Come on out, Philip. It's all over.
all over. Oh, no.
I meant the discussion.
Oh, you wanted her hand. You got it. After the wedding, you get everything else.
Oh, Dad.
Well, the allergies, the overdrafts, and the flat tires.
Congratulations, Philip.
Thanks, Mrs. Brady. Mom. Thanks, Mr. Dad. Dad. Oh, let's tell my folks.
Great. I hope they'll be even happier.
I don't think we handle that too well.
Oh, honey. Kids in love always have trouble with their parents.
No.
Remember that rainy night? Must have been 3 o'clock in the morning. We were in the car. Dad came out with a flashlight and caught us in the back seat. Do you remember?
No, that wasn't me.
Oh.
Mind if I sit down? Parlez-vous English?
I'm sorry. Were you speaking to me?
Oh, well, if you're sorry, I'll just take my tray to another table.
No, that's not what I meant. Sit down.
Only for lunch. When I'm finished, that's it. I'm gone. Could you pass me the salt, please? Thanks. How about the pepper? Thanks. Sugar? How about a napkin? Another napkin? How about your silverware, your credit cards, and your shoes? Got your attention, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
If I can venture an opinion, your body may be sitting here, but your mind is sitting in an entirely different restaurant. Do you have a problem?
No.
Sometimes you can solve a problem by confiding in a perfect stranger. Now, I may not be perfect, but I am a stranger.
It's not really a problem. It's more of a family situation.
Oh. Well, Cain and Abel started as a family situation.
It's kind of personal.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to intrude.
You see, my younger sister, Jan, came home to tell my folks that she wants to marry Philip. Philip's a great guy. He's an assistant science professor at a junior college. Jan loves him. I love him. So do Greg, Peter, Bobby, and Cindy. Everybody loves Philip, but that's not the problem at all. You see, Jan believes that Mom and Dad think that since she's younger than me, that I should get married first, which really has no bearing on anything. Mom and Dad tried to convince her and said okay to Jan's marriage, but that still hasn't made it any easier. That's why it's a problem, and I'm in the middle, even though I'm the oldest, except for Greg. Understand?
This much. What you're telling me is that your parents feel the oldest daughter should get married first, and you're the oldest.
Right.
It's a little old-fashioned, but there's a simple solution. You get married first, then there's no problem with your sister, Jan.
No, but there's a problem with me. Jan's going to be married in a couple of months, and I'm not even going with anybody. So who am I going to marry?
How about me?
What?
Well, it's the least I could do to prevent a problem in your family. Be happy I sat here. You'll be marrying one of those two guys over there.
I'm sorry, I make it a policy not to marry on the first date.
We won't get married now. You see, you just accept the proposal now. We'll get married in a few weeks, before Jan.
I don't even know your name.
Interested, huh? It's progress. It's Wally Logan.
Marcia Brady.
For now.
You don't know anything about me.
Well, what do I have to know? You're beautiful, and you're bright, concerned about your family, sensitive to your sister's feelings. You're easy to talk to. Got a good sense of humor, and you hardly eat anything at all. You know what I think? I think I've been looking for you all my life.
You know what I think?
What?
I think there's two guys in white coats looking for you.
Bye-bye.
There are 11 Marcia Brady's in the phone book, and I had to send flowers to all of them. The least you could do is meet me for lunch tomorrow. Wally. Wally.
Afraid I wouldn't show, huh?
No, I was afraid you would.
Oh, did you get my flowers?
Yes. Did you really send them to all those Marcia Brady's?
No. I asked the cashier here if she knew where you worked. I got your address from your company. It got you here, didn't it?
Only to thank you for the flowers. I didn't want to embarrass you by having you wait around all day.
I would have, too.
Your card said that you work for the Tyler Toy Company. Are you a toy salesman?
No, I'm a real salesman. I just sell toys. I'll bet you played with plenty of Tyler toys. How about Snoozy Susie?
Snoozy Susie! That was my favorite doll. You pull a cord and it sang a chorus of lullabies and it put itself to sleep. First one eye closed, and then the other eye closed, and then it snored.
Snoozy Susie does not snore.
Mine did. It went...
It's not supposed to. Malfunction. I'll get you a new one. Let's not talk shop. Let's talk marriage. Now, I told my folks about you. Have you told your folks about me?
No.
Well, tell them.
They wouldn't believe me.
Well, tell them. And meet me back here at the end of the day.
Well, I couldn't, even if I wanted to. I'm working late on some designs for a fashion show, Wally. Lorraine, try on the other one.
Is Marcia Brady here?
I'm sorry. These are private rooms back here.
Reginald Finsterwald, State Clothing Commission. Now, Marcia Brady.
Marcia's over there.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Marcia?
Wally, what do you do?
Reginald Finsterwald, State Clothing Commission. I'm here to inspect hemline standards.
I have work to do.
We all have got our jobs to do, lady.
What can I do to make you go away?
Go out with me Saturday night.
That's blackmail.
Oh, it's either that or I close this place down.
Okay. You win, Mr. Finsterwald.
I'm glad I took that job at the real estate office. It's helped me forget that Jan hasn't called for a while.
She hasn't called for a week.
8 days, 11 hours, and 4 minutes.
Well, all we did was mention Marcia.
And Jan jumped to conclusions.
Can't say I blame her. Jan comes over here with the biggest news of her life, and we blew it.
You're right. We should have lit fireworks and we fizzled.
You know what, honey?
What?
I think we should phone her and tell her that.
Okay.
Oh, here. It's Jan.
Dad, I'm sorry.
What?
I didn't even give you and Mom a chance to say anything. Oh, Mom, I know you both want what's good for me, and I behaved like a jerk.
Make that 2 jerks.
Got unanimous.
Honey, we couldn't be happier for you and Philip. We love you both.
Forgive us, sweetheart. We were behaving like parents.
I love you. Can I call Philip and have him come over? We have a few things we want to discuss with you. Invitations, guest lists, caterers.
Call him. The sooner the better.
Philip is fast.
Hi. Dad, this is Wally Logan.
Hello, Wally.
Hello, Mr. Brady. Nice to meet you.
Wally, this is my mother.
Hello, Mrs. Brady.
Hi.
Sorry to have dropped in without calling.
The last time I heard anybody say that, Jan told us she was getting married. I think I better sit down.
Mr. and Mrs. Brady, you don't know me too well.
We've never seen you before in our lives.
You trust Marcia, don't you?
Yes.
And you've taught her to be careful about making important decisions?
Yes.
How long have you two known each other?
7 days.
7 wonderful days.
Right. It's quality, not quantity.
Wait a second. If you have a second. Are you telling me that you met and decided to get married in 7 days? Wonderful or not?
Mom, you told me you knew you were in love with Dad in less than a week.
But that was different. Well, I was older. I already had children.
Surely you don't want us to have children first. Just a little touch of humor.
I really love him. I didn't think I would, but I do. So will you once you get to know him.
We would like to get to know him.
You sure would. What about the future? Have you had any time to think about that?
We both work.
Wally has a great job as a representative for Tyler Toys. Mom, do you remember my Snoozy Susie doll, the one that sang itself to sleep? First one eye closed and then the other eye closed, and if
Not now, honey.
Wally, what do your parents think?
They think we're just as crazy as you do.
At least he comes from a good home.
We know that this is all very sudden, but Marcia and I are adults.
we love each other and we want to get married.
But we won't do it unless we have your consent.
I think I better sit down.
You are sitting down.
Well?
Well?
Well,
Well, well, congratulations.
Now that's progress.
Philip was grading papers. He wanted to finish and come over tomorrow. Hi, Marcia. Have I got news? Who's your friend?
he's more than a friend, Jan.
Apparently.
Marcia, you and Jan, we'll start from the beginning.
The wedding is on.
I know.
Mine.
What?
Jan, Wally Logan, I'm marrying your sister.
Oh, Marcia, that's wonderful. Both of us getting married at the same time. The same day. Yeah.
Wait a second. Nobody said anything about same time or same day.
Nobody said no.
Well, don't look at me.
Good morning, Mary. Hi, Betty.
Lee, Mr. Richards, congratulate me.
Congratulations. You've just sold your first house.
Better than that.
Oh, 2 houses.
No, 2 daughters.
You sold your 2 daughters?
Paging Dr. Brady. Dr. Greg Brady.
Oh, Dr. Brady, there's a phone call for you.
Thanks, Maria. This is Dr. Brady.
Hello, Greg.
Mom, anything wrong?
Oh, no, nothing's wrong. I just have such wonderful news I had to call.
Gee, you're lucky you caught me. I'm just about to make rounds.
How would you like to come to a double wedding?
Great, as long as it's not mine.
Marcia and Jan are both getting married at the same time.
Fantastic.
I know how busy you are, Greg, but it wouldn't be the same if their big brother wasn't there.
I'll manage somehow, Mom. The first wedding of the Bradys. I remember Marcia's first date. I want to know all about it. Who the guys are, when it's going to be.
Marcia's fiancé is Wally Logan. She just met him and they decided to get married after only 7 days. Well, you know Philip. He and Jan have been thinking about it for some time.
Dr. Brady, they need you an x-ray right away.
Well, they decided to get together and have the double wedding.
Fantástico! Congratulations! Felicidades, buena suerte!
Thank you.
Mom, this is embarrassing. I mean, I enlist in the Air Force for a while so I can decide what to do with the rest of my life. A seemingly mature decision. And over the PA, all the guys hear, Airman Brady, your mommy's calling. Mom, give me a break.
I'm sorry, Peter, but this is important.
Important?
Marcia and Jan are getting married in a double ceremony to 2 great guys.
Nah, go on. Really? So Philip finally popped the question, huh? But Marcia doesn't even have a boyfriend. Who's she marrying?
His name is Wally Logan. It was a whirlwind romance. We hardly know him ourselves.
Mom, that is terrific. My sisters are getting married, sir.
Peter?
Oh, okay, Mom, I'm back. So when's the wedding?
We don't know exactly. There's so many friends and relatives to consider.
Okay, when you work it out, give me a call so I can arrange for leave, all right?
Roger.
Hello?
Hey, cool you guys, will you?
Yeah? Marcia and Jan, both of them?
Right, Bobby. And naturally, we want you at the wedding.
Well, when is it?
Soon. We don't know exactly.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'll be there. Unless I drop out of college, sign a big league contract, and make it to the World Series all in the next month.
Oh, Bobby. Goodbye.
Marcia and Jan getting married on the same day? Oh, Mom, a double wedding. That's fabulous.
How did that make you feel, Cindy?
Like an old maid.
Well, you just stay single for a while.
Well, there is this guy.
Cindy.
Just kidding, Ma. Just kidding. What's Wally like?
Oh, well, he's just as nice a guy as Philip, but they're as different as can be.
Well, what does he look like?
Oh, he's cute and adorable. You'll be able to recognize him. He'll be the one marrying Marcia.
Wally, we have to get organized. We gotta get invitations, so we need a list of all of the guests.
Couldn't we just have an open wedding? You know, put up signs on telephone poles?
You haven't lost a puppy. You found a wife.
Sure have.
And besides, I've already told my apartment manager that I'm moving out.
Oh, then you mean you're really gonna go through with this, huh?
You can't back out now, Buster.
I wouldn't want to. Believe me, I've never seen her before in my life.
Really?
Here we go.
Here's your copy of the people I think we should invite. As you can see, it's all alphabetized.
Uh-huh. What little carrots by the names mean?
Vegetarians.
You think of everything. You're so practical.
Please don't call me practical. Dull people are practical. I'm not dull, therefore I'm not practical. I simply try to examine everything from all sides.
What about me? Did you try to examine me from all sides?
Naturally. It was the only practical thing to do. Now, here's your copy of the list of songs for the reception. As you can see, it's alphabetized, too.
Uh-huh. And these letters, F and S. Fast and slow.
Exactly.
Is there anything you haven't thought of?
Yes. I haven't thought of any way that we can afford a big, beautiful apartment after we're married.
Oh, honey, it doesn't matter. I mean, I can move into your place or you can move into my place.
Well, that's 820 or 775.
Dollars?
No, square feet. And my apartment's 45 square feet larger, so I suggest we move into my place after the wedding.
Agreed. And now, about the wedding night. If you pull out a list of alphabetized activities, I'm gonna give you such a hit.
That's... I did have a few things written down.
What?
Well, what do you think?
I love the invitation that I got to Barbara's wedding. It had a Picasso abstract design.
That sounds terrific to me. An invitation that's contemporary and current.
With old English lettering. Now, that's really a traditional invitation.
Maybe with a quote from Shakespeare. Or George Bernard.
Springsteen, Bruce Springsteen. That would be perfect music for the wedding.
And maybe we can have an electric guitar. That'll be perfect with...
A cello, violin, and flute.
I love that kind of music, too. That sound goes so well with...
Guacamole and chips.
Right. That sets the mood for Mexican food. Like...
Beef Wellington and spinach souffle. That's very traditional, too.
Like my beautiful long veil. And I love the idea of lace cuffs.
Maybe on a sleeveless dress.
That should look terrific with me in my Greek shirt and sandals.
Top hat and tails.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
Phil Van Owen. Oh, yes, that's the friend of Philip and Jan's. I'll just put him at their table. Okay. David Gilbert. Who's David Gilbert? It's got to be a friend of Wally's. Julie Sullivan. Coming! Julie Sullivan. David Gilbert? Gilbert and Sullivan. Gilbert and Sullivan. A wandering minstrel, I, a thing of rags and patches. Coming! Da-da-da-da-da-dee-da. Da-da-da-da. Alice! Mrs. Brady! Oh, I'm so happy you could make it here for the weddings.
Oh, Mrs. Brady, I have never been so happy in my life.
Alice, stop crying. You're getting the skirt all wet.
But this is the room where you were a little girl, where you used to play, leave your toys scattered all over, and wrote on the wall in crayon and never picked anything up. Whatever happened to that sweet little girl?
Alice, everybody grows up.
I know, but you and Jan getting married.
Hello, girls.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, that's going to be nice. Marcia, you even look pretty in a pattern. Oh, here's where I left these.
Did you sell any houses today, Mom?
Not exactly, but there is an offer in on the Hastings Avenue house.
I think it's so great, Mrs. Brady, you working in real estate. Is it hard to sell a house?
I don't know. I haven't sold one yet.
But you're getting closer.
Well, as long as you two are working on the dress, I think I'll go over and meet with the caterers and discuss the arrangements.
Great. Besides, I can get a few pointers from Alice. She's practically a new bride herself.
New bride? Are you kidding? Sam and I have been married almost 4 years. I still remember our wedding night. Sam bowled a 226.
And now I'm getting married.
Well, I think I'll be going.
Have a nice day, Mrs.
Bye.
Brady.
Alice, do me a favor. Try not to drown Marcia.
Oh, that's going to be so beautiful. Silk, right?
Silk crepe de chine with a little silk hat and a short veil. Really modern. It's the newest fashion.
Sounds beautiful.
Well, designing is my job. I've also designed one for Jan.
Hi, Marcia. Alice?
Jan!
Oh, I thought you'd be happy to see me.
I've never been so happy in my whole life.
If she were any happier, we'd need a rowboat.
Isn't the dress beautiful?
Yes, it's beautiful.
Well, I'm glad you like it because I've got something for you.
Look out for the pins.
It's lovely.
I knew you'd like it.
Well, it's not exactly what I had in mind. I was thinking of something a little more traditional. You know, with a lot of lace and a long train.
Well, this one is more in keeping with the modern flavor.
Who says the wedding has a modern flavor?
Jan, Marcia, this is none of my business, but haven't you already talked all this out?
Oh, well, Philip and I just assumed we'd have a traditional, dignified kind of wedding.
Wally and I see it a whole different way. We'd like something with flair and style.
I refuse to look ridiculous at my own wedding.
Great. Now you're seeing it my way.
Marcia, Jan.
Well, that's what you say, but it is my wedding.
Girls, please.
Your wedding? It's my wedding, too,
Oh,
you
come
know.
on,
Listen,
kids.
Marcia,
Let's be
Philip and
grown-up.
I have been talking about
Philip
this.
and you-
Okay, Alice. Who's right?
Yeah, who? Your parents. They'll have the perfect solution. I hope.
Here they are.
Oh, I'm so glad you and Philip are getting a chance to meet.
And right on time. Come on in. Let's get the introductions over with. We can sit down to Carol Chateaubriand. Wally Logan, Philip Covington.
Nice to meet you. May I call you Wallace?
Wally's fine. Okay, Philly?
Well, Philip is preferred, but Phil is possible, but Philly, no, never.
Whatever.
We've asked you here for a couple of reasons. First of all, you haven't met. And second, we understand you seem to be having a difference of opinion about the wedding.
Dad, we know you're trying to help, but We're not kids anymore. We have to work things out for ourselves.
However, your father's right. It's best to present all the facts. It's kind of like the announcement of the trumpeter swan to rival males. Yes.
I never thought of it quite that way.
Is he serious?
Always. Now let's all sit down and talk it out. Come on. Remember, now what's important is the weddings. Now, we want you two couples to like each other and get along.
Well, they want chamber music, violins and cellos.
We never said chamber music. They want rock and roll.
We never said rock and roll. They said top hats and tails.
We did not. But we don't want open shirts and sandals.
That's right, and we want traditional vows.
Well, we want to write our own.
Hold it, hold it.
Can't we compromise?
Maybe this is too much of a change, but what about separate weddings?
You can do anything you want. Just call me sometime and let me know how it all worked out.
Wally, wait! Wally?
Mr. and Mrs. Brady, I'm sorry. Good night, Jan. It was nice meeting you, Philly.
Mike.
Well, maybe a double wedding isn't such a good idea after all.
No, I hate to say this, but maybe Wally was right.
You mean you don't want to be part of a double wedding?
I don't even know if I want to be part of a single wedding.
Philip, wait.
Good night, Mr. and Mrs. Brady.
What do you think?
Well, I usually cry at weddings, but I think I better start right now because I might not get the chance.
More coffee?
Alice, please sit down. You don't work here anymore.
I know, but once I set foot in this kitchen, habit takes over. Besides, worrying about the coffee gives me something to worry about, so I don't have to worry about what I'm really worried about.
Wally's impulsive. He couldn't mean what he said last night.
Oh, that's good to hear.
On the other hand, Philip isn't impulsive. He could mean what he said.
That's not so good to hear. They're going to come to their senses, aren't they?
Sure.
You really believe that?
No. Well, I was positive Marcia or Jan would call me this morning and say, April Fool, Mom.
Would anybody like a cup of coffee?
Thanks. I was sure I'd get a call.
Oh, I must be out of practice.
I'll bet it's Marcia. She never could carry a grudge.
Maybe it's Jan. She was always the first to admit she was wrong.
You're right. It's probably Jan. She never could stay angry.
Maybe you were right the first time. Marcia is more flexible. Remember the time she got so mad?
Alice, if we don't answer that phone, we'll never know if it's Jan or Marcia.
Hello, Jan.
Marcia?
Peter.
Peter?
Peter.
Peter? What? Honey, we didn't expect your call. Well, how are you?
I'm okay, Mom, but something awful's come up.
Did Greg tell you?
Greg? No, I found out from my captain.
Your captain? How would your captain know?
Well, I guess the colonel told him, and the general told him. That's how it works.
Peter, I think we might be talking about two different things.
Well, I'm talking about flight exercises. The orders just came through. The whole squadron's got to take off in 9 days. I guess I'm going to have to miss the wedding.
You too?
You mean there might be somebody else who can't make it?
That is a possibility.
Well, I'm sorry, Mom, but the Air Force has got dibs on me. They got this idea that national security is more important than my sister's wedding.
Well, I'll tell Jan and Marcia. I'm sure they're going to be disappointed.
Okay, Mom, tell them I'm sorry. Bye.
Are you sure they said meet them here?
This is Philip's favorite place. He says the ambience is stimulating.
He would.
Wally. Wally. Come on. You've got to try to get along. That's the purpose of this meeting. Don't be so stubborn.
Honey, I get along with everybody. It's that Philip. He's the one who's stubborn. Or else he'd agree with me.
Please, Wally.
Okay. Or as we say in the toy business, let's wind her up and see if it chugga-chugs. Where are they?
That's what makes us different. We're always early. Philip and Jan are always...
Right on time.
Hi. Hello.
Hi,
How's it
Philip.
going?
Ollie. Finding the place?
How you doing?
Just fine.
Good. Here. Should we order before we talk?
Why beat around the bush? Like Philip says, trumpeter swans lay it all on the table.
Not precise, but acceptable.
We could order some wine first. Chug a chug.
Stewart, excuse me, pal. You got a wine list?
This is our favorite restaurant.
No wonder. The ambience is stimulating.
Very well put.
About last night.
Go ahead.
Last night, we got outside and Philip and I started to talk. Whether it's your way or our way isn't as important as getting married.
Well, that's what we were saying. I mean, why should we let a small difference of opinion stop what we all want?
Then we're agreed.
Agreed. Agreed.
There's a problem.
What?
We haven't agreed on anything.
Why bring up details?
We agreed to agree, didn't we?
Yeah, at least that's a good starting point.
Oh, terrific.
Yes.
Have you decided?
Yes,
We'll have the
we
cold
say
duck.
1969.
If we say cold, which will it be?
His.
We'll have cold duck.
Does duck go with chicken?
Like birds of a feather.
I'm glad we're all friends again.
Yes.
Friends, friends, friends. And now that we're friends, let's all be relatives.
Relatives, relatives, relatives.
In vino veritas.
Are you drunk or was that Latin?
Maybe a little of both. And Venus es veritas. In wine, there's truth.
Hey, that's it. We'll let the wine decide. I mean, the wine bottle. Did you ever play spin the bottle?
Sure. Sometimes.
Never.
Hey, give me the bottle. I'll spin the bottle, and whoever it lands on gets to decide the style of the wedding.
Great idea. Sounds fair to me.
May I see the bottle, please?
You don't trust me?
Trust the man who gives the world Snoozy Susie?
Thank you. Okay, here we go. Who's it gonna be? Here we go.
Okay, come on.
Yeah!
The bottle stopped halfway between us.
What do we do now?
Good year for wine, bad year for spinning.
According to the bottle, the wedding should be half and half.
Half and half.
Hey!
Mom, it's Marcia.
Hi!
Jan, Philip, and Wally are with me. If you're still interested in throwing a wedding, we're still interested in having one or two.
Oh, that's great.
Hi, Mom, it's Jan.
Hi, honey. Oh, I'm so happy. Well, what's it going to be, traditional or modern?
Traditional modern. Or modern traditional.
Well, what does that mean?
We're not sure yet, but we're sure gonna find out. Bye.
Goodbye. Oh, isn't it wonderful?
Terrific. We got to get back to work. All systems are go again.
Right. Peter can't be here. Unless...
Mrs. Brady, are you planning to call the Pentagon?
Oh, don't be silly, Alice. You know you can't budge the Air Force.
What are you planning to budge then? Not the weddings.
Alice, we can't have these weddings without all the children. Well, can we?
No, we can't.
All right. We have to call all the guests and everyone involved and switch all the plans for everything. But first, we're going to do something that's even more important.
What are we doing, Mrs. Brady?
We are going to put Gilbert and Sullivan back together again. A wandering minstrel, I am your bride.
All set?
And you know what you have to do.
The florist, the chairs, the organist.
The photographer, the reverend, the cake.
All right. Head them up and move them out.
This weekend, in order to make it for next weekend, I had to trade duty for 24 straight hours. To get to the wedding this weekend, I guess I'll have to trade another shift. But don't worry, I'll be there somehow.
Are you serious? Mom, that's the day of the college playoffs. Our game's at 11 o'clock, so how can I get there? I may have to steal home. And I mean steal home.
That's
the day the drama department's putting on My Fair Lady.
Oh, no. Well, honey, is there anything you can do?
Well, it's a matinee, Mum, but I'll do me best, even if I have to hide from Henry Higgins.
By George, I think we've got it.
Cindy, does it look okay?
Beautiful. You know, if you weren't getting married today, there's a couple guys I could fix you up with. How do I look?
Classic.
Gorgeous. You know, you're one of the 2 prettiest brides in this whole wedding. Cindy, do we really look okay? For the past half hour, I've told both of you that you look beautiful, radiant, gorgeous, fantastic. If you keep asking, I'll start telling you the truth.
Mom's going to cry again.
Mom. Oh, Mom. If you and Alice don't stop crying, we're all gonna need snorkels.
Thank goodness your understudy took over for you. Come on, girls, we gotta hurry. We haven't got much time.
Cindy, I didn't know that you gave up the play.
And you had the lead. It's no big deal. But if that understudy goes on and becomes a star, I'll never speak to either of you again.
Bum 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 bum.
That takes care of that.
You shaved off your mustache.
I did?
Isn't that a little spontaneous?
It's my life. It's my lip. I decided if I'm going to start a new life, why not start it with a new lip? That's how I am. When I decide to do something, I do it. Excuse me. Perfect. Now for that added little touch of color.
Perfect.
Thank you. You need some help with your tie?
No, I can manage. I'm used to formal attire.
It figures.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
You did shave it off. Well, Marcia told me. She said it had to go.
Oh, you decided to shave it off.
All Marcia said was, Wally, about your mustache. Either it goes or I go. But I decided.
Hey, you guys look pretty good. But you should see my daughters.
Dad. According to tradition, the groom isn't supposed to see the bride until the actual wedding.
Mike, what if I marry the wrong one?
I've seen them both. You couldn't. Well, I just stopped by to see how you guys are doing. You nervous?
Me? Nervous? Yep.
My pulse is a bit rapid, too.
Well, can I help? Anything you want to talk about?
You mean man to man? Birds and the bees type talk? I didn't think there was anything you needed to know.
I teach science, so...
Yeah,
Yes, I get the point.
Is your whole family here yet, Dad?
There's Peter now. One down, 2 to go. You know, I kind of like the mustache.
Your tie's crooked.
Peter, it's so good to have you here.
Well, it's not just the weddings, Mom. I wouldn't miss that civilian food for anything.
Pete.
Hey, Dad. I don't know whether to shake hands or salute.
Come on, I got a better idea. How are you, Peter?
Oh, I'm fine. Where is everybody?
The girls are getting ready.
Well, where's Greg and Bob?
I'm sure they'll get here. They said they do everything possible.
Oh, if they missed the wedding because of me.
It's not your fault.
All we can do is pray.
Well, at least there's a reverend here.
Come on, Peter.
Hi, Mom.
Are you ready, Wally?
You bet.
Not too late to back out, son.
He's just kidding, Wally.
You bet.
Mother, Dad, I want you to know I appreciate how great you've been. It's nothing to cry about.
I've worked very hard to bring you to this day. I can cry if I want.
Well, folks, good luck to all of us.
Thanks, Mike.
Don't worry, your other children will get here.
If I look worried, it's only because I'm worried. Claudia, Philip.
Did they show up yet, Dad?
Not yet, not yet. I hope it's soon. Claudia has a good cry schedule. Oh, well, I'm positive they'll be here. Maybe. Yeah, thanks a lot. Boy, Bob.
Bobby, thank goodness you're here.
Sorry, Mom. The game went into extra innings. Oh, nice touch with the shoes, Bob. My cleats! I forgot to take off my cleats.
Well, what's important is that you're here.
What's important is that we won.
At least get him out of the aisle. You might spike one of the brides.
Okay. Did you bring a good present?
Okay, we're good to go. All right.
Sit down there.
You all look great.
Thank you. So do you. But only brides are supposed to wear white.
I was in a real hurry.
Great, glad to see you. Glad you could make
I'm
it.
sorry I'm late, Dad. I got stuck in the delivery room. It was twins.
Oh, congratulations. So you better get him in there.
Come on, Greg.
See you later.
Greg! I left my bouquet upstairs.
Your bouquet? Here you go.
Well, girls, it was one heck of a struggle, but now everything is absolutely perfect.
find this ceremony one of the most unusual and one of the happiest at which I've ever officiated. Or should I say, two of the happiest. Philip, and Jan, Wally, and Marcia. You two couples are entering married life in a most joyous fashion, but what better beginning than a double wedding for two beautiful sisters, Marcia and Jan, surrounded by family and friends. I've known both of you girls throughout your lives, and I am privileged indeed to offer my blessings upon this special occasion. Come together, please. Jan Brady, in accordance with tradition and the law of this state, do you take this man, Philip Covington III, as your lawful wedded husband to love, honor, and cherish in sickness and in health, till death do you part?
I do.
And do you, Philip Covington, take this woman, Jan Brady, as your lawful wedded wife to love, honor, and cherish in sickness and in health, till death do you part?
I do.
Rings, please. You may now kiss the bride. Next.
Marcia Brady, I love you with all my heart. And from this day forward, everything I do will be with you, for you, and because of you.
Wally Logan, I am proud to be your wife. I will try to make each day a part of our life, to love, to remember, and to share. I love you.
May I now kiss the bride?
That would be a good idea. Wally, Marcia, Philip, and Jan. I now pronounce you husband and wife, and husband and wife.
Because you come to me with naught save love, and hold my hand and lift mine eyes above, a wider world of hope and joy I see. Because you come to me.
That's right. Oh, thank you. Very good.
It's beautiful. Mike, does that cake bring back memories?
Yes, it sure does.
There she goes, flying
Mike, thank goodness you saved the cake.
Well, we may have started with a disaster, but we sure haven't ended up that way.
Yeah, and next Thursday, the whole squadron goes on flight exercises. Hey, a camping trip. Bobby, this is the Air Force. Sleeping in tents, hiking, sounds like fun. Has he always been such a bozo?
Ever since I can remember.
Come on, you guys, no more of that little brother stuff. What I do is important. I just made the game-winning catch today with the bases loaded.
Very important.
It was. It put our team in the playoffs. I was up against the fence. I had to jump like this. Whoa! I'll get it! I can get it! I got it!
Should we help?
No, leave him there.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, Wally, I'm really sorry.
Don't worry about it, buddy. Put her there. Cake's ready, everybody.
Tomorrow night, make sure you're back here for more of Nick at Night's Bunch of Brady. A 1 week and 1 week only salute to everything Brady. Or as the French might say, toutes les choses Brady. Including 2 classic episodes of the Brady Bunch, plus specials, spin-offs, and much more. Tomorrow night, starting at 8, 7 Central on Nick at Night's Bunch of Brady. Now stay tuned because the doctor is in on the Bob Newhart Show, next on Nick at Night.